Hello, everyone. Info
Morning.
Step, week number 4. Good morning to Natasha and Laura.
Good morning.
How are you? So, this is week 4 of Info Step, where a team of 27 people, 26, I think, are walking to Australia and back to raise money for the Innocent Lives Foundation and the Cyber Helpline. And each week we're meeting a couple of the team to find out a little bit more. And today, Natasha and Laura are joining me for an early morning, sleepy-faced for me walk. Hello.
Good morning.
Good
Laura,
morning.
you've got bubbles this morning compared to me. Love it. Where are you both? Where are you, Laura?
I am in a little village called Fletching in East Sussex.
Okay, nice. And Natasha?
I am in a little village called Seiford in the Midlands in Staffordshire.
Nice. Nice. And how are you enjoying Info Step so far? How are you finding it?
It's been challenging in terms of, tracking your steps and making sure that you're getting out every day, blisters, but the community and the spirit has just been incredible. And sort of gives reason as to why we're doing this every day, as well as, the amazing charities that we're doing it for.
Yeah, exactly. 100% support exactly what you're saying, Natasha. And I think, in terms of the steps, it's been, you don't realise actually, by just doing what you do in a normal day, and especially with a dog, I've got a big dog and he does need walking quite regularly, that actually, if you do what you're supposed to do every day, you can accumulate those steps fairly, or your minimum amount of steps fairly easily. However, that said, in the times that we're in at the moment, working from home, everything's based from home, you have a super busy day, a long day, don't get out to walk the dog, don't get out of the house at all, and actually that's minimal steps, and too often we have too many of those days, so it just gives you a really big kick up the backside to say, right, come on, get out. You've got a little conscience on your shoulders, because like Natasha said, we're doing this for a really, really fantastic cause. So it's super important that we don't let our, minutiae get in the way every day, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that. Yesterday was tough for me. I'd sort of got to the end of a busy work day with half the number of the target steps, and I was just like, I was tired after a long walking weekend. I don't want to go out.
Yeah, you must have been shattered. That was some feat, That's amazing what you did. You're on nearly 500,000 steps, aren't you, already on 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're a machine.
You can have a nice rest in September.
Oh, I hope so. That's what I was going to say. I was going to put my feet up, watching you all, cheering you from the sideline. No, I think had a bit of a walking hangover, because yesterday I was just like, the last thing I wanted to do. But I had to go out and get something from the shop, so I took the long route, and that sort of just clocked up a few. And that's what I've been using, little things like that, just making sure I take little scenic routes to wherever I'm going, and it seems to just clock up a few more. But yeah, or lunchtime walk to the bakery. Right,
Always a bit of motivation.
Yeah, can we meet Reg? Who's Reg, Laura?
Where is he?
This is an important motivator of the team.
Hang on 2 secs.
All right, yeah, missing dog.
Oh.
Oh well.
I think he's found another dog.
At
Here he
some
is.
point
Here
we'll
he
meet
is.
Reg
Look,
on
can I
the walk.
turn him out?
Right. Yeah, kind of saw something brown.
No tracking to see here.
Yeah. Come here. Hello. Oh, he's not interested. Sorry.
No. Go on in.
Too much going on out there.
Yeah. So go on in, Natasha. Tell us a little bit more about what you get up to when you're not walking.
Well, when I'm not chained to my desk, running Cyber Experts with Laura, I have 2 children. I've got a boy who's 8 and a daughter who's 6. So they keep us pretty busy. And yeah, that's it really. I think it's sort of a lot of work and not a lot of play at the moment. Laura and I only launched Cyber Experts last year. So we've been obviously very, very focused on, building our go-to-market strategy and getting that ready for launch last year.
Sorry, just scaling the sky.
Yeah.
And that's a recruitment
then-
company, is it, Natasha?
It is.
For cyber people.
Exactly. So we're a pure play cybersecurity recruitment consultancy, working across all disciplines. Specifically, we do contingent perm hires for businesses looking to scale, and we're typically working with managed security service providers and sort of small to medium enterprises. And then we also, I'm sure Laura talked to you more about this, but we also support businesses that, looking for a more internal in-house function to support them. And we kind of parachute in and support them as a scaling business, support those processes, etc.
Yeah.
Nice. What's the website, Natasha? How do people find that?
So it's all the w's.cyberexperts.io, and you can find us there.
There we go. Why not? Why not? How
Yeah,
about
so
you, Laura?
as Natasha was saying there, so yeah, pure play contingency perm recruitment, across all disciplines. I'm working with the types of businesses she just explained, but also what we offer is it's kind of an embedded model as well. So whereby businesses need to scale from the security team from X to Y over a period of time, and they need some support to do that, being in their strategy, how to attract the right talent, what the proposition should look like, what realistically is out there in the market, based on their business objectives, what do they need to achieve over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, and this is the type of skill set you need, realistic views, and then design the process, run the process for them, onboard them, you set them up for success basically, and then leave them to get on with it. So that's something that we absolutely love to do, really help businesses get ahead in the game. So me, what I do, apart from being chained to my desk as well, I have 2 children as well. I'm one a little bit older. My son is going to be 13 on Thursday, and my daughter is going to be 18 in 2 weeks' time. Frightening stuff. And so I spend most of my time being mum taxi, actually, and a wife, and a dog walker. So that's really moment. It's non-exciting.
Rob was saying the other day, wasn't he, in the chat? He was saying that he was thinking he was doing loads of steps because he's rushing around all over the place, taking the kids here, there, and everywhere. And then he realised he's just rushing to the car and out of the car.
And back, yeah.
And back. So,
ain't that the truth?
we need to get him like a little Flintstones car with a leg hole in the bottom, so you can just like push it along. There you go.
I think that'll suit his style.
I think it would. Yeah. So I think there's something else that you two lead the charge on, and that's women in cybersecurity. That sounds exciting. Tell me more about that, would you?
Yeah. So again, we also founded Women in Cybersecurity UK affiliate last year as well. So Women in Cybersecurity, or as affectionately known, WESIS, is a very large US women member organisation for women in cybersecurity. Funnily enough, and it's currently we've got about 6,500. Absolutely phenomenal network, and we were approached back in June last year, having been communicating with the US HQ for various things, as to whether we'd be interested in launching a UK affiliate, which naturally we jumped at the chance, and Natasha and I formed a leadership team and launched really last summer, with some sort of startup again. I was also running a business, trying to find an international affiliate program. We're very new for WESIS, so we were one of the first international.
Oh, we're just losing you a little bit, Laura.
Sorry, I went down in a dip. So sorry. Yes, the international affiliate program was very new to them at the time, where there was only us, Australia and Canada. So we're not really any sort of blueprints for us to use and follow, kind of, forging the way as we went. So it's been absolutely brilliant fun. And we did our official launch in January. We run an online event in partnership with IC Squared, which was incredibly well received. And yeah, it's full steam ahead. So very exciting. So WeSys is sole mission is to recruit, retain, and advance women in cybersecurity, and we do that through a number of different initiatives, from mentor programs to recruitment fairs, to networking events, to learning events, to training programs, lots and lots of different initiatives. And we're just scratching the surface here in the UK. So really excited of what the future holds for WeSys UK.
Yeah, fantastic. That sounds great. Natasha, what are some of the what does it mean to you to be involved in that? What are some of the challenges you're seeing that you're hoping that WeSys overcomes for the women in cybersecurity?
I think the biggest challenge out there is women and their confidence.
Yeah.
And for me, for WeSys and the work that we do, is to provide them a platform to build that confidence, whether it be through speaking opportunities, in events and webinars and what have you, and meetups, to, just sort of plain networking events where they can meet like-minded women that have either successfully carved a career in this industry or that are making tracks to do so. I think that for me is the biggest challenge that I'm seeing, is that confidence area. And, I know Laura and I are really, really passionate about, stamping out that imposter syndrome and making women feel like they are worth a place at the table, and that there is much wider opportunities for them. And you don't have to be technical to have this amazing career in cybersecurity, and that there is a lot of support around you to help you, and that's globally. I think really that's what it means for me, and what we're and Laura, and what we're looking to achieve here.
Yeah, 100%. I think also, it's the point around, what does the industry really look like? What are the opportunities there and the pathways that exist? And that's something that is incredibly fragmented still at the moment. Students, career changers are very unclear about, what, they might be jumping on a course, but what does that course actually translate into as a job, and what are the options there forward? So that's just something we're approached about every single day. So, I'm a university student, I'm finishing this year, I don't really know what jobs are out there. What are my options? Just, you think, in this day and age still that exists. So that's something that we're really hoping to help educate our membership base as well as our wider community with.
I think to jump on Laura's point there as well is that what we're trying to do here is actually attract that next generation, and attract more girls into considering a career in cybersecurity. And for us, that's that's working with education, academia, etc., and at kind of college and university level to kind of get people in and highlight those career options, or as cybersecurity as a career option for young girls, because what happens when the more senior generation kind of hop off the industry, where there's going to be this huge gap at the other end where we just haven't got that next generation interested. And and if we can kind of bring more women and girls into that at the early stages, then hopefully we're making some impact and some change.
I was just going to add there, that's really starting to come to life, because we're actually launching our own student network in the UK, and we have our first university student just launched this week, which is Cardiff Metropolitan University. So actually, what Natasha's explaining there about actually working with education and building those bridges with education industry is really starting to come to life now. So really, really excited.
Yeah, I can see the big smile on your face. It's a great achievement. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I think your points there about cyber not just being about techiness, I think that's a massive one. I mean, I've been working in cyber for about 15 years, and certainly this last 5 years, everyone's waking up to the the need for greater diversity in thinking and skills, especially around as we're trying to work closer with the business and overcome larger scale challenges in cyber. It's the arsenal of skills we need within our team, and the diversity of thinking and backgrounds.
Yeah.
When diverse teams win, I think the stuff that you're doing there to bring in new thinking, new people from different skill sets is really, really important. I think it's really important for people that are out there sort of sitting on the fence thinking, oh, I don't know if I can, to find people like yourselves, to find resources to see actually it's possible. Yeah.
We're actually running an event today, which will obviously have been, which will have happened by the time this podcast goes live. But it will be available on demand on our YouTube channel, WeSys UK. But actually running an event in a partnership with the UK Cybersecurity Association to promote roles, non-technical roles, beg your pardon. And we're interviewing interactive interviews with 3 amazing women trailblazing in the industry at the moment about their journey, their story, their journey into cyber, what their first role was like, what it really looked like on the ground, to where they are now, and any tips, hints and tips as to for people getting into the industry. So really excited about that. Being chaired by Professor Lisa Short, so that's super exciting. So that will be available on our YouTube channel. Should anyone want to have a little watch as well.
I hope that goes well. Yeah, well, we'll post a link in the comments and get people to go and have a little look. So, okay, right. Back to info steps. Now, we are like 6 months every day trying to do 11,000 plus steps over 6 months. That's a long old slog, right? So now is your time to sort of shake the charity jar, ask for donations from your network and everything else like that. So what's your reasons for doing this and your big ask from each of you? How are people going to support you? Natasha?
Well, I think I'll jump in. So for me, and I think I've mentioned this a couple of times on my social channels, there were days last year when, and Laura and I are both guilty of this, where 3 or 4 days would pass and we hadn't even been out of the house. And I was probably averaging maybe 2,000 steps a day at best. And for me, just being accountable to the group, the amazing group that we have and the team. But these charities are just incredible. I've got 2 young children, and it scares the living daylights out of me every day that, their sort of profiles being online, or them, downloading yet another game on their iPads, etc. And to know that there is a charity like the Innocent Lives Foundation out there that, is doing their utmost to protect our children, our next generation, just really kind of touches my heart. And also, I think we all know, some of them that's been affected online from a, sort of an adult's perspective, and have needed, some professional advice and support. Their bank account's been hacked, or, suddenly your last couple of £100 gone out of your account, that sinking feeling. And again, to know that there is a community and a charity out there to support that in the cyber helpline is just incredible. And that's what makes me get up every morning and just think, even when I can't be bothered, or when it's chucking it down with rain, just get out there, go and get those steps in. So yeah, please support these amazing charities.
Yeah, I can't support that enough, what Natasha said there. I think it's just now right on the head. We've all been affected, or we know somebody that's been affected. A friend of a friend's, horrible, have been had somebody in their family affected, maybe a child. Everybody's had everyone knows somebody that's had a bank account hacked. I've had my bank account hacked as well myself. In, like Natasha said, that horrible sinking feeling, to know that there's somebody there to reach out to help you. I remember there was nobody when I had my account hacked. The cyber helpline didn't exist then. I didn't know who to call. My bank account was very cold and harsh with me. Didn't give me a lot of options. Didn't give me a lot of confidence that how I was going to get my money back. It's just an absolute awful feeling. And I just these charities, I don't think they're promoted enough. There's not enough awareness, and by getting up every day and doing this, and posting our stuff on social media and notifying our network, getting it shared, actually getting that word out there is what's important, really, to make these charities as known as possible. And if we can raise money for them to help them improve, increase their teams, promote themselves better, help more people, that's exactly what this is all about.
Thank you both. Yeah, and one thing, when we were talking to them, these are teams of volunteers, and it takes a lot of money to train these volunteers up. But there's a real passionate team there that are hearing of our support, and it gives them sort of a little bit of extra boost. But the more, just picking up on what you said, Laura, the sort of awareness, people don't know these charities existing, but when they do, they're going to get swamped with calls, and they need more volunteers as the awareness grows. So I think the money that we raise here, or that people can support us with, really help them to grow whilst we build the awareness as well, which is super important.
Chicken and egg, right? Because we promote them and make them people more aware of them, people want to use them, and then they need more people. So
So there's a couple of ways people can get involved. First of all, donations via our Just Giving page. Please, if you've could put in the price of a round of drinks in there, we'd super appreciate it. A coffee or something, that would be great. So you can go to our Just Giving page, which we'll put in the links. Also, if you want to get your team at work involved and walk alongside us, then there's some information on our website on how you can get a team and raise your own steps and money whilst doing so. And thirdly, just as Laura was talking about there, just awareness and interaction on our posts, sharing, giving likes, that gets the message out there, and really helps us to publicize who these charities are. So give them a little bit of love, give them some engagement, like their pages on the charity sites that are below, and then that'll really help them to boost the work that they're doing, I think. It really does make a difference when people are getting behind us. I think it gets me off my backside and out stepping. So we really do appreciate it, the people that are following us at the moment and helping us, and the money is coming in, but we'd like to get even more for these charities. So please, let's shake the tin a little bit. Put your hand down the back of the sofa and see if there's any of these old bits of money that we used to use, and pay them in.
What's that?
Yeah, just the peanuts, basically, bits of pizza probably from my house. Lovely. Well, it's really nice talking to you both this morning. I think it's time for me to go and get myself a nice strong coffee, ready for the day at work. But is there anything else you'd like to say before we disappear off?
Just thank you to everybody really that supports us. This is what it's all about. And just to reiterate what you said there, Ed, anything, just back of the pocket, back of the sofa, even the cost of the coffee would just goes a really long way. So thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
And just to mirror what everybody else has said so far is, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the support that you've given us so far, for the posts that you've shared, and for the awareness you're helping us to raise for these incredible charities. And please, no matter how little it is, it makes a big difference. So thank you.
Lovely. Oh, there's Reg.
Morning,
Final
Reg.
words from Reg. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Aid.
Thank you,
Natasha,
Aid.
and Reg. Enjoy the rest of your walk.
Bye, and you.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.